Well, that's definitely different than what I was heading. It's a negative Ghost Rider.
All right, several months ago, we left off in combat. Uh, Prior to that, uh, Oz and Finn were working on a jigsaw puzzle of bodies. Xavier was looking into the missing. You had contacted John Stone, the Alpha Wolf, and he looked into the uh, some of the missings and found out that a lot of them were cover-ups for werewolf mishaps. He found out that there was 3 in Merrifield that were not uh, dealing with the werewolves. So you went to go check them out. You found out that there was a 17-minute time loop on this old kind of like a relay station where electricity was going. Uh, you got the others involved. You'd noticed that there was some firefighters that got stuck in a loop. Um, you had borrowed their axe because they were currently being zapped. They didn't need it. You worked your way down to the basement where you saw uh, this man, which was looking a little frazzled, and another one that was looking pretty, you know, pretty okay, doing some weird ritual where these circuitries started coming alive and computers started walking around, and there was a mainframe. I believe Oz had uh, decreased its structure, and Xavier went up and smacked it, and it didn't like that, so some of the computer things started coming alive and attacking. Finn was trying to erase these runic symbols around the side while the doctor was trying to refix them. Uh, I know it's been a hot minute. Do you guys need a moment to acquaint yourself with your characters?
Mainly my spells, so give me just a hot second. I know I have Kinetic Blow and Tune In active at the moment. Actually need to remember what Kinetic Blow does.
The last time you hit somebody with it, you got 2 successes. You did 5 lethal, so I'm gonna guess it makes it a 3 lethal weapon. Your fist.
Mage Focus is Kinetic Force. Unarmed attacks gain weapon bonus equal to the potency to a maximum of 5. It looks like I cast it with 3 potency, so
There we go.
yeah.
If you are on the map, if you pretty much follow the red line, it will eventually bring you to your little area where you guys are having your fight.
assume we're at top of the round.
Yep, we did end off at the top of the round.
I think I'm good to go.
Uh, uh, Xavier, are you all set?
I think so, yeah.
Doing a little bit of adjustment here. The computer in the center surges. This guy moves over here and starts working on something over here. Where Finn was here last time, he's still being used. He will move over here and do his erasing of a ritual. Oh, Finn was on top of the doctor. That's crazy. I was wondering where he went. Not happy that Finn is turning off these X's.
he attacking someone?
He is going to try and zap Finn. Do you have
I have
any
a
stuff?
reaction.
Oh, nice.
Uh, let's just. I'm going to use just bruised. Three successes. On success, the demon uses this in bed after an attack or damage situation is declared on a target, but before the attacker rolls or the storyteller adjudicates damage. Uh, on a successful roll, the damage is reduced to 1. Uh, I can use it multiple times in the scene, but each subsequent imposes negative penalty, whether successful or not. So whenever you roll, he only takes 1 damage.
All right. So as he fires up this electric beam, it looks like you have intertwined and reduced the damage that Finn was going to take. Nice. All right. It's your turn there, Xavier.
I'm going to take a shot at this angel that just fired at Finn. Five lethal.
As it just released a lot of its energy at Finn, and you deflect it a little bit, and then you use your rivet arm and hit it square in the chest. As you can see, it starts to lose form and fades away.
Turn.
And you were good after that.
Yep.
Uh, Oz.
Yeah, correct. I'm going to be punching Professor Doofenshmirtz over here.
I am not Doofusmus. I am not surrounded by platypuses.
Harry the Platypus. Oh, there we go.
Fools, you not know what you're
I set
doing.
it up. I set it up. I set it up. I set it up separately as an actual weapon,
Ah.
which was probably smart of me. Let's see. So,
Oh,
I think
defense.
if we remember,
Uh, da, 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 da. He is very much in the defense. You have to -2 for his defense.
why is it not telling me that? Okay, I'll just reduce my dice pool by 2.
Oh,
Oh, that's what you do. You can do 2 minus 2 at the top there.
if you're attacking someone, I think it. Are you targeting him or?
I thought it was, but apparently, let me
Because
try.
it might figure it in there.
There it is. Yeah, it just didn't. I guess it didn't target right the first time.
That's my foundry, so fuck ups are part of the.
I apparently miss.
He had two which was enough.
It was because it reduced me down to 2 dice. I don't really have anything else besides that, so
Uh, as he narrowly dodges his blow, uh, his eyes kind of like shimmer, and he was going to be working on this rune with this other guy over here. Um, but he take his right hand just plugs in a switch. And as he does, like this electric current comes, and this other uh, light angel comes through. Oh, you rolled crappy. Good for you guys. Round 7. All the electric currents in here start. Looks like they are overloading. Uh, they start zapping around. You can feel. Uh, it, it wasn't really. The room has a lot of electricity flowing through, but it wasn't like static. Like you stick your hand on the orb, hair starts to stand up. Uh, Everyone's hair is now standing up on end. This guy is working on the runes again. At the start of Finn's turn. Um, how often can you use that thing that reduces damage there?
It's a react. It's reflexive. I'm not sure what that means.
It's pretty much at will. Does it use any resources?
No.
Technically at the start of Finn's turn, his hair starts to really light up, and it looks like he's about to take some damage.
Not that. Oh, there is the penalty. I get -1 every time I use it. But yeah, this one. It's,
And this reduces it by 1 or 2-1.
2-1.
Wow! Not only do you have like 800 armor, but you're like, yeah, no. For a few tries, my allies are gonna have 800 armor. So you watch as Finn's body lights up like a fucking Christmas tree. Uh, but as Finn erases the final node there, you see the device that is in the center from where you hit it with the axe cracks even more and fractures. It's um, kind of like breaks and then cracks and breaks, cracks, and then kind of splits right down the middle, and both sides, both halves split away, and as they do, this electric surge comes through, and a bigger one of those creatures, those little angels that was around, uh, seems to be forming there. Xavier, are you able to do this on yourself too,
I'm not sure.
or do you not want to do it on yourself because you have all that armor and you're saving it for the other guys?
Yeah, no, I have enough armor.
I just figured because
But
you said you have to do it before I roll.
yeah.
Uh, your hair, and you take 5 lethal, but I. What was your armor rating?
Right now it's 5, I believe.
So that reduces it to 1 bashing. The downfall is your bashing is getting up there, so uh,
Yep. My turn.
once in unless you have something that does state otherwise, you are taking dice penalties, which have probably been reflecting in your dice pools. Um,
Yes.
and When you hit full bashing, you have to roll a stamina roll to stay conscious.
Okay.
I will say that whatever this guy, this little Lego dude down here was working on, when that thing fractured, uh, whatever he was working on erased. So you do believe you don't have to worry about those anymore.
There are two angels, the doctor, and this civilian guy.
Yes.
I'm gonna target the doctor since he seems to be able to summon more of these. For the
As this creature emerges, he turns to it, his eyes widen, and he's like, I am ready, and you just and he falls to the ground.
Alright, that's my turn. Who's Thad?
That's Oz. That's Oz's technical name. Oz's Oz's that's your maiden name and that your human name.
You're roboting pretty bad.
Son of a bitch.
Of course, that's the only thing that came out clear. Well, I have no idea whether you can punch an angel or not, so I'm going to be punching an angel. Or attempting to.
As you are looking at this thing, you might uh, want to add some willpower. You do know it will be hard to punch an angel.
Yeah, I'll add 2 power.
Well, if you drop 1 willpower, you get 3 dice to your pool.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
It has a massive defense.
That's 2 successes for 5 lethal.
Oh, crap. At the start of Oz's turn, you do your hair starts to light up. Were you doing that thing, Xavier?
Yeah, I'll attempt to just roost.
One success is enough. As you are about to take 3 lightning lethal damage, your ally reduces it to 1.
Okie dokie. You're lucky I'm out of fucking mana, or else there'd be something else I'd be casting.
Was there anything else, Oz?
Unfortunately, with 0 mana, no.
He runs over here and he's going to try and zap you, Xavier. So, because I targeted you right, it reduced the 3 lethal you were going to take to 1 bashing.
Okay. So I need to roll stamina then.
At the start of your turn.
Okay.
And all you need is 1 success, and I believe stamina rolls are not affected by the negative dice pools, because that would suck. Alright. This creature turns to you, demon, and starts twisting its extra little arms around, and it's gonna ask you for a challenge versus its dice pool versus your wits composure, or else you will be uh, jumped around in time. So you could add willpower if you so choose to your roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a willpower dice. Oof. No successes.
So its 2 successes are greater than your 1. Uh, so you technically lose this round, and you will be back next round.
Okay.
As you are removed from this scene, like you. It's almost like he's trying to pull you back into the fold as you are removed, and you see like these numbers going across, and it looks like you're trying to be re-put into the infrastructure. As this guy comes over and tries to punch you to no avail. Finn. What do you guys want Finn to do? Because he was racing those things. So I kept him on that.
He had a gun, right?
I think he did, yeah.
Maybe just have him shoot at the other guys. Help us thin the herd.
So the same one you just punched at?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Sorry, I have to re-roll that because I realized it was applying defense on the gun.
Yeah, you have to click the don't apply defense option.
I will spend one of his willpowers because if not now, when?
Right.
As he shoots this thing for 4 lethal. Xavier currently is missing an action. Oh, alright, Oz, it is your turn.
I'm gonna continue to try to punch said angel. I will burn another willpower.
Okay.
One success for 4 lethal.
As this gets shot and gets punched, is very annoyed, but it is still hanging in. Anything else?
Give me a second. So when we're getting struck by lightning, it's more magic based than like from a power line.
It was definitely caused by the angel.
Okay. Well, so my question is important. Is there a physical medium like a power line that it's drawing the energy from, or is it actually conjuring it out of nothing?
Because of what it is, it can conjure it out of nothing. But it is like using the electricity in the room to zap you guys. If there was no electricity in the room, it wouldn't make a difference on its power. If that's what you're trying to get at.
Well, I have a spell that requires there to be a form of matter that I can target, but if it's coming into conjuring, I
There
got
is
nothing to
electricity in the room. If that's what you're.
I'm trying to decide if that fits within the purview of the spell.
Yeah.
It's a very strangely worded spell. I think I understand what they're trying to get at, but using the word form of matter is kind of a bad way to describe it, considering everything is matter.
Yes. I would agree with that.
And I don't know how to pick a broad. I don't know how to pick a broad enough stroke to just choose electricity because it builds a loophole into the spell. No, you know what?
You're good.
I think let me just double check how much. I think I only have a 2 in matter. Yeah, if I had a 3 in matter, that'd be something I could do, but I only have a 2, so I'm good. If I had matter 3, I'd cast alter conductivity on myself. Can't electrocute what can't be conducted with.
Yeah. As the guy.
Fortunately, that requires matter 3.
Yeah. As the little guy next to you slaps his hands and clear is going to zap you for 4 lethal. Oz.
Well, I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. I don't have any reflexive spells for that.
You currently aren't wearing armor, right? I
No,
don't think you are because
I keep forgetting. Yeah, I keep forgetting to go buy it. I actually have the resources to buy like first level armor, but I just keep forgetting about it.
technically, I think the first fight you guys had in this fight are the only ones you've needed it for.
Yeah, and I didn't think about it either time, so.
When it gets back to this angel's turn, Xavier, you return.
This is both the coolest spell and the stupidest spell.
Seeing how what you are and you have returned, the Angel is going to try and emotionally drain you, Xavier, seeing as how it just tried to connect you with the infrastructure. It's going to target you for another roll off.
Is
This
it the same?
resolve and composure. I don't remember what I asked for you for last time.
I'm gonna have to spend another willpower.
What is your level in your supernatural tolerance?
My primum is 1.
You can add 1 to this roll.
Wait. Something's not right. Okay. It's not rolled.
It eventually rolled several times.
Oh. Still nothing on my side. I'll have to refresh.
Your first roll was a 1. A 1 success. Yeah. Pretty much they were all 1 successes except for the middle one. But your 1 success versus his 2 successes, he is going to drain 1 of your willpower and give you the spooked condition.
That puts my willpower at 0.
Emotionally drained, but 0 willpower does not do anything as far as I know. It just means you're not able to boost your rolls, you know. As for the spooked condition,
I already had that from last time.
you still have spooked.
Yeah. I have to take a reckless action to the detriment of the party to resolve the issue.
Well, the bonus is you cannot have 2 of the same condition. So he may have drained your willpower, but he didn't spook you. That was not what he was hoping. He was hoping to get a lot of essence back from you. This little guy comes up behind you, Oz, and cracks you in the ribs for 1 bashing.
Rude.
I gotta. That's so stupid. Xavier, you're you're back from wherever you came from. It is your turn. Stamina roll.
Just stamina?
Yes. Just stamina. And all you needed was 1 success, and I see several zeros rolling out there.
I
Get
don't see anything. Okay.
2 successes. Oh, so you're lagging and the dice aren't even showing up?
Not even lag. It's just nothing's updated. And I'm going to take a shot. Are we talking to the big guy or the little guy?
So far, everybody's been
Little guy.
shooting the big guy.
All right.
Oh, you're on the
Shot.
little guy now?
I've been on the little guy. That's the only one I've been attacking.
I stand corrected. Uh,
I'm gonna
I've been shooting. Finn has been shooting the big guy. Sorry.
take a shot at the big guy too.
We took a big chunk out of the guy.
That's my turn.
Oz.
Has gone so well, I'm gonna continue. I'll burn the willpower. That is 3 successes for 6 lethal.
As you punch straight through the center of this thing, and just electric disperses in the air.
That is it for me at the moment.
It is going to turn. Well, its full attention has been on this fully demonic form, uh, clashing it out with it. So it is going to try and zap you, Xavier. As it hits you for 6 lethal. Uh, uh, but the game is telling me you reduce it to 1 bashing, sir.
Well,
You're.
I was full, so it becomes lethal anyway.
Yep, that is fair. That means I gotta do 7 damage to do a straight. Wow.
Actually, I have a thing that can reduce the damage level by 1. So lethal becomes bashing, aggravated becomes lethal.
You just haven't had to use it.
Nope.
Oz, this little guy is beating on your chest, beating on your back. He
Is
can't
this
break
little
through.
guy actual like human? Or does he seem human?
He seems to be rolling like a human, but there is no way that a normal human would have been like the doctor looked crazy. This guy doesn't look crazy.
But he does appear to be made of flesh.
Yes.
I didn't. There are things I can do because I didn't do them because the angels aren't fleshy creatures.
Another miss on the angel. Xavier, that stamina roll again, please. And a 9 is all you needed.
Another.
You are threading that line. You may use your turn, sir. Oh, oh.
No successes?
7 lethal. As you take aim, how would you like to do this, sir?
I imagine he's like staggering, barely staying conscious, and you see
Yeah.
him sort of raise his arm, take aim, fires, and just sort of staggers backward as the bullet just tears through the angel's head.
And as this bullet tears through the head, and all the electricity in the room dampens, all returns to normal, as much as normal could be for a room full of electrical cables that are exposed and everything. And that little guy in front of you, Oz, happens to be standing on several of these cables. They weren't affecting him before, but he is now smoking. That is your turn, Oz.
Because I'll do more damage with a punch than I will with what I was going to do to him, which would have been extremely cruel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch him.
He does have 5 defense.
I can burn another willpower. And if this doesn't kill him, then I'll cast a spell on him next turn. And then he'll wish that he just took the punch. All right, he's gonna wish he took the punch.
As we get to the top of the order, his hair starts to smoke. His eyes lighting up. His skin is starting to charcoal. And he falls limp. And you see this faint bit of energy kind of like rise into the sky. Congratulations. You've defeated the Angel of Single Correction. Uh,
I'm going to spend an ether to return to my cover form. Then
I am also doing something.
I would say at this point, Xavier, you're probably just going to pass out because you have to roll stamina every round. Unless reverting heals you something.
no, but I have a heal that I could use. Can I do one more stamina roll to see if I can get off my heal?
Yes, sir. You may do that.
Since I'm fairly competent as a mortician, can I make some sort of check to see how much lethal damage this body in front of me has taken? Or a rough estimate, at least.
Yes, 1 second. If you roll a... I would say an intelligence medicine.
Does this count as pathology?
Sure.
Then I have that as a specialization. Wow, I must be more tired than I thought.
And as you say that, you hear a thump as Xavier falls to the ground, dangerously close to some open electrical wires.
I will rescue him in 2 seconds after I cast the spell. Because screw it, I don't necessarily need to know what the body I'm casting this on has. I just need to assume, based on the fact that he just took lightning damage, he probably has at least lethal, if not aggro. That would be my assumption, even if I don't know how much he's taken. So I am casting an improvised spell. It doesn't cost me any mana because this is using one of my ruling houses. It is 3rd level. Primary factor is potency. I can use my tool. Is this a super nail God. Super Null Verge. I think that's basically like space between. Hang on, I'll just look it up.
I think while the Angel of Infrastructure was here and was fucking with the time, yes, but since it has been dispatched, the time fuckery has gone away. So the what was tethering the supernatural thing here is no longer here.
Okay, that's fair. I just have to ask because that's one of the things that I can get a bonus for on rolling.
Yes, he did fuck with castings while he was here though, but I don't think you have the nodes which he fucked with. Or you might. It was Force and Time.
I have Force.
He
But
didn't
I'm not
fuck with
using
it
Force
until
for
after
you.
you had already cast your fisticuffs up.
So the only reach I'm using is to make the cast instant rather than long term. With that, I am not burning any mana, nothing to trigger Paradox. Am I good to roll?
Yes.
Swear to God, with this big dice pool, if I don't roll a...
2.
Thank you. I only need one success. Okay, so what I am casting is called Devour the Slain. As long as the target has at least one aggravated or lethal damage.
It did. It had 2 aggravated and 5 lethal.
Okay, then I can use all 3 of the potency then. So basically, I can...
You're getting mana. You're scourging him.
I'm doing 2 things because I can do... This actually lets me do an either or scenario. So for the first... My first potency, I'm getting back a health. No, a willpower. No, sorry. I am getting back a willpower, and then for the last 2, I'm getting 2 mana.
Roger.
Because that's like one of the only ways you can get fucking willpower back. Wait,
Yeah.
actually, I do have to ask. He had a willpower, or at least one willpower, right?
I never used
That
willpower
he
on
hadn't
him, so
used.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I get basically I take one of his willpower and put it on myself.
Yeah.
And then I score him for mana.
Xavier, normal, 1 bashing heals in 15 minutes. Do you have anything that says otherwise on your character?
No.
Okay. So Finn would be dragging, and Oz would help, I assume, right?
Yes, at this point, yeah.
Are you guys just? I'm assuming you're just gonna leave because one of you guys is KO'd.
Yeah, and this appears to be resolved.
Are you guys going to be avoiding the firefighters upstairs?
Yeah. If I was dressed more appropriately, I'd say we could just blend in, but I'd probably look very out of place for where we are.
Yeah, that's fine. So as you guys go up, you skirt the opposite way. You go out the building. Which strength are you guys? Finn is 1.
Strength?
Yeah.
I think I'm actually fairly strong. 2. Well, I'm stronger than him. I have 2.
Aha. So with a combined total of 3, I'd say you guys make it back to Finn's vehicle, um, hop in, and you're probably driving away when Xavier will wake up. So you guys can all reduce 1 bashing.
When I wake up, I'm going to use On the Mend. I still can't see my rolls.
1 success.
I can have all the targets bashing damage heals in 15 minutes, or all lethal damage away overnight. How long does lethal normally take?
2 days. But if you get rid of the lethal, you won't have the. I mean, if you get rid of the bashing in 15, you only have dice penalties, so that's up to you. Normal 1 lethal for 2 days.
Yeah, I'll get rid of the bashing.
As you wake, Xavier, was there anything you want to do, or you are all set with leaving the area?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I think I'm okay. Just going.
That's fair. I just wanted to make sure, because you were passed out. I just wanted to make sure when you woke up, you were all set. So before you even get back to wherever you're going, your bashing would go away there, Xavier. Almost like you were never in a fight. Almost.
Stay the same.
Oh, yeah, I will use it on the others as well.
He is all lethal.
All lethal? Okay.
Yeah, both these you were bashing, and those guys are lethal.
Gonna get into more fights. I'm going to have to invest in some body armor.
4 successes, 1 success, and if you want to do another one for the 3rd member of your party, or if that was on you, or I don't know.
I did 2 more. I did 3 total, so that should kill 3 of us. Or did it not go through?
Only 2 of the dice pools went through. Like 2 of the on mends were just the name. Oh no! So you got 1 on mend, which was your first one to get rid of your bashing, and then you had then you had 2 more to get rid of some people's lethals.
Yeah.
So you guys are on the mend. What do you choose to do now? While you think of that, I will need to go AFK real quick, but I am listening.
I can't remember. Was this just something that you came across, or was this something that the Mysterium actually assigned us to look into?
I think they did assign you something, but you were obsessed with your puzzle work, putting the skeletons back together, that you ignored it.
Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah, this is something you basically just came across, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'd probably, when we get to a more stable environment, or less hostile. I'll probably take out one of those special envelopes and write just an incident report for what was his name, Frank Henry, just to let him know that this happened.
Technically, I think I'm supposed to roll something when I encounter angels or something, like after the fact. I'd have to look it up though.
Incident report filed. Did you find that thing that you were looking for, Gray?
Oh, it has to do with the cipher. Did you ever? It's this weird thing. It's like very long term thing for the game. I'm not that concerned about it.
But it wasn't having to do anything with your cover, right? Or
No.
compromises. I will check that out later, but if you didn't think it had anything to do with anything, then we're good to go. So you have put in your incident report, and did you want to get back to your jigsaw puzzle? Or were you taking some time off? And Xavier, were you, if he was going back to his jigsaw puzzle, were you taking some downtime or?
I'll
First
probably
thing
go
I would,
home to rest, I think.
and I would probably, where is it? I would probably go score me some mana. What I'm trying to find where the limit is again. I know it's based on Gnosis, but trying to only score a number of times per day.
Don't you get 1 mana from your node a day?
I don't actually, so I can go down and score it to get the mana essentially, and if I don't claim it, it turns into Tess.
Gotcha.
So based on my notes from last time, I have the surplus amount that I can have of tasks right now. What I was looking for is gaining mana must come in is oblation. Yeah, you have to. It's not score. You have to go oblate a hallow, which is a Gnosis Composure roll in 1 hour's time. The most I can take from the hollow right now is 2. So that'll be the first thing I do is I'm going to roll a Gnosis Composure and burn an hour. Assuming I don't botch this somehow.
2.
That means I can take 2 out of my 3 from the node. So I will update that so that I have only 1 surplus left, but I can't have any more after that, I don't believe. Where is the mana per day, though? That's the part I'm trying to find. Terminate your spell, legacy attainments, number of paradoxes I can incur with reach, number of obsessions.
So you want to know how many times you can obligate a day?
There's like a limit to how much mana you can gain in a day, essentially. It's not just obligated. So between, say, Devour the Slain, Oblation, and Scoring, there is a maximum amount of mana I'm allowed to have a day. Or regain a day, essentially. I'm assuming it's the same as the per turn. So I'm just going to go by that assumption and say I can get only 3. So that's all 3 that I could get today. And then after that, I'd probably go back to my... Well, since I have 3, I at some point obtained 3 resource dots worth of resource. I think if you're cool with it, I'm gonna go spend that 3 dots of resource to buy a bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting tired of getting my ass beat. this will help. And then I'll go back to my jigsaw puzzle after that.
I was looking up the thing. So after that, you said you were going to do downtime?
Yeah, jigsaw puzzle.
I'm gonna rest, recover from my injuries.
Okay. I will say that Finn would probably say say his goodbyes then. He's got more clockworks to work on. Do you remember how much time it was? What, 6 hours a body?
Yeah, roughly. I had 18 out of 50 done. Based on my last count.
When you got back, Jet, it would be about 4 p.m. Were you still gonna work on a body at 4?
Yeah, I'll work on one.
During the working on the one, you would get a response to your looking for someone who wants to be a mortician. Not from Henry, so this was just the newspaper ad.
Okay, good. Then they can be the front desk worker. Or they actually want to be a mortician.
Oh, what was your
Did I
ad?
say that?
Because I
So
thought you were looking.
I had two different ways I was approaching this. I want someone who can work the front desk, so basically like an assistant, which I was going to originally just make a zombie out of. But if someone answered the ad, then that saves me some time. And then I wanted Henry to send me like a novice, someone, another more, what are we called? Hold on.
Okay.
Like another Moros who wants to learn to be a better mage, essentially.
Gotcha. So this would have been for the assistant.
Okay, yeah. Well, I would gladly hire them if they take phone calls. Um, if they're not squeamish and feel like they can work around dead bodies. I'd probably not really look too much into their background. I would do some. How do I put this? I don't care about the mundane enough for me to feel threatened by a normie, but I would still run the mage site checks, like make sure I'm not being infiltrated by a vampire or a werewolf or a. I'd run down the list to see if I could identify them as anything other than human, sleeper, as it were. Although I guess I don't care if they're awoken to a certain extent.
Uh, so they'll set up for an appointment tomorrow. Their name is Naomi Cade. She's looking forward to working with you.
So in the armory book, it lists rating as 2-3 on bulletproof vest. How do you actually list that out on this? Because rating seems to be a singular number. Is that just like? Is that just 2 lethal, 3 bashing worth of defense? Is that what it's saying? Or armor?
The first one is armor, and the second one is
Ballistic.
thank you.
Got you. Thank you. Okay. So 2-3.
I was trying to refresh because I wasn't seeing my rolls, and I can't reconnect.
Jet, let me know when you are not doing something, so I can shut the server
I am now
down.
not doing something. And while you were doing that, I am going to go pee real fast.
Well, you're still in, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try see if this works before I redo. So try that, Gray.
Doesn't seem to be
All right, I
connecting.
will hard shut down the game and try that.
It's connecting.
I will wait to rejoin until Jet gets back.
I'm here.
Okay. Are you able to reconnect?
I am already in.
talking? This one has already left.
So I don't think we ever listed how much experience we got for last session. Not that it's pertinent right now. I just noticed. Also, over the downtime, can we have our conditions resolved? I'm assuming the paradox condition that's been following me around would have eventually gone away.
Yes. How many conditions do you guys have?
I just have one. I have the paradox condition from when I initially cast Connect Blow. But that only lasted a whole. That was a 15/hour duration.
The last XP total I have is 4.2. So in game, that would be
22.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
So that is several sessions ago. So hold on a second.
So the last one I have was session 7. We got 28 beats, which it's 5.3 experience, I think.
Okay, yeah. So I hadn't updated it in game, but so you are still missing last sessions and then what do we get for this session?
Yeah, so we can just add it in that way. Once we're done for the night. I just wanted to make sure that we kept that at the forefront.
Yes. Yeah. No.
Resolving Paradox gives me an arcane beat, by the way, just so you know. One of the rare times that I actually get one.
Okay.
So arcane is just the same as, well, it's almost the same. I have to track them separately because there are certain things like attainments that can only be obtained via arcane experience. You can't use regular experience on it unless you legacy attainments can either be tutored or non-tutored. If they're tutored, then you're allowed to expend experience or arcane experience. But if you're doing it without a tutor, so basically like raw dogging learning it, that requires an arcane experience. And the only way you get arcane experience is through arcane beats.
Gotcha. Are you guys fine with taking enough downtime for Oz to finish his jigsaw puzzle?
I clearly am.
Gray, if you said something I didn't hear.
Sorry, what do you need?
Are you fine with taking the downtime for Oz to go through the umpteenth bodies he has to do, or are you going to want to do something between those times?
No, he can do all he needs to do.
You consider meeting my first actual angel a meaningful or new encounter with the supernatural for me?
Sure. How did you want to figure out this normie? Did you we're gonna like cast a spell and look at them when they show up, or?
I'm mainly just gonna use my mage sites. So I had. Let me go back to the section for mage site. Or actually, there's a button for that, isn't there? Revise mage site. There we go. I would use death, matter, and forces.
Nothing supernatural about her.
Okay.
Uh, Background, female, age 31, used to be a librarian. So she is expanding to become a receptionist.
Is she squeamish around bodies?
Yes.
Okay, then she'll just weird place to work, but that's fine. She can just answer the phones, and hopefully I get my apprentice sooner or later so that they will, you know, guide things.
About 3 days into your downtime, you will get a hit from Henryzad, Caleb Voss, a Moros mage.
Okay.
He has arcane in death and matter.
So more specialized. Okay, I can teach them both. I'm fairly competent in death, and I'm above beginner in matter. Depending on how the session goes, I might be a little bit above average.
What was your body total you had left to do with?
It was 18 out of 50, so 32 more.
Would you be doing 2 a day by yourself?
Yes. Also occasionally stopping to go down to the hollow to regain some more mana.
Gotta have your snack breaks.
Well, and if there were a better way to gain mana, I would do it. Unfortunately, scoring myself is a little risky. Especially when I'm actively doing stuff too.
Do you work through the weekends?
I would work through the weekends. I would not require my receptionist. So the business is closed, but I'm not.
Gotcha.
Because again, I'm not really doing this for the money per se. That's just a incidental perk of the job.
So it does go by faster with your new apprentice. And your secretary is taking what phone calls you have, putting all the other stuff on hold. After about a week and a half, so it was Monday. You go through the next Monday. You go through Thursday night, and finally, you have put the last jigsaw puzzle together.
You want me to just do like 13 Gnosis Composure rolls to see if I get my mana? Or just want to assume?
How much do you need?
I am at 4 out of 11. So if I did it once a day, I would need 7 days worth.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get at least 7 successes on that.
Okay, that's fair.
Unless you want to roll for exceptionals.
I don't think it does anything, unfortunately. To get an exceptional.
Because you can only eat 3.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and it doesn't on the oblation. It doesn't even say that there is a difference between success and exceptional success.
Because it's based on your gnosis and based on what the node has.
Yeah, exactly. I can only devour as much as the hollow produces, and the hollow produces one per day. Oh hey, I would have gotten one, and I would have gotten one mana back anyway. I fulfilled one of my 2 obsessions. So I would need 1 day less, which doesn't matter because I still need what 13 days or something like that. 12 days.
Yep.
All right, so I was doing this for. So were these? This is where my notes that didn't do a good job. These were all basically more bodies from the landfill, right?
Correct.
And did they say what they wanted me to do with all these once I figured this out? Or do I just tell them I figured that I have got them all reassembled to the best of my ability?
They would be very appreciative. It was a lot of work, and they didn't think it would be done this fast. They think that they're pretty sure they have a serial killer on their hands. Can you identify um, any type of weapon marks, or what do you think killed the people? They're trying to find stuff to tie these guys all together. And they say, um, if you do, we have had other bodies at the dump, but where we left you with 50, we have outsourced to a different morgue.
I guess now that I've put them back together, I will. Good lord. I guess I'm casting a spell. boots, so I get 5 free reach, or 4 reach, 4 actually. Highest dot in the arcane used, I get. Oh no, it is 5. As if I had 5 dots in that, so yeah, 5 because this is the first level. We were talking about me using forensic gaze. And I'll go ahead and add a +1. So I'm casting Forensic Gaze with since I can kind of focus on this. How many can I do? I know it was 2, but I might have gotten more because I upgraded. Hold on.
Yep.
I can use 3 yantras now. So I can use my tools, I can use my morgue, and I can use mantra, which is high speech. I get 3 free potency. I'll spend, since I get 5 reach, I will spend 1 reach to increase the duration to a day. 1 reach to make the casting instant. And 1 reach on the effect that allows me to witness the corpse's life up to it, leading up to its final moments, essentially. Each rank of potency will reveal an additional minute, so I get basically a 3-minute window, assuming it's cast successfully. And I will make sure that the person, my secretary's in the front.
Caleb will go preoccupy her if that's what you so choose, sir.
Just avoiding paradox problems. She's a sleeper. I don't
Gotcha.
need a sleeper.
Put her to sleep.
Magic. Like I said, so 1 on potency. Well, I don't have to do that. It's free because that's its primary. 1 on duration and 1 on casting time, and 1 on reach effects. So no risk of paradox, no mana spent. I'm gonna roll 2 successes. So basically, the base ability of it is I get to, for each level of potency, I get to learn up to that many contributing factors to the cause of death. So basically, up to 3 contributing factors for the level of potency this gives. And then because I put a reach on it, for forensic gaze specifically, I get to witness up to 3 minutes of this each corpse's final death, essentially.
So roll a wits composure for watching this happen. Lots of dice keep rolling, so that's good. That's exceptional. Exceptional. All right. As you are watching this, is a man completely dressed black, um, black pants, black coat, black gloves, black hat. Um, he has a black uh, face mask covering. Um, he looks to be under 6 foot tall, medium build, uh, and I will say, with the exceptional, you had went with the oldest, looking corpses first. Um, it is the same individual. Uh, the first like 10 were very violently, and it looks like he is perfecting his method of killing as it goes through. Um, you would notice he uses the same dagger with these runes on it, and uh, you would catch the brand of the gloves and the brimmed hat, but you don't catch the brand of any of the other clothes. And it's like a high-end pair of gloves. You would recognize that this Black Spire Leatherworks is the brand of the hat and glove, and he removes the heart and one other organ every time he kills.
All right, so I would compile a less specific report for the cops. Because if I told them exact details of something I shouldn't know,
How,
then I'm not
how
sure
could you
how I
tell
would
that
prove.
the heart and one of the other organs was removed from a pile of bones?
Well, and how would I know exactly what brand of gloves he used to kill them with? I could probably make up some bullshit about down due to the upward angle of the stab and the estimated statistics of the bodies, the killer has to be under 6 foot tall and of average to medium build. He did all of this with some sort of ritualistic or more uncommon dagger,
Yep, it
and
definitely wasn't a common dagger. 5-inch blade.
a 5 inch blade. Uh, Based on what I can tell from these jigsaw puzzles you have provided me, it seems he's removing specific organs, but there's too much damage to relay exactly which of those organs it would be. But you can tell based on the cut marks around the specific bones, like the ribs and stuff. Not stuff, but the ribs and the spine, that he's removing something from each victim. Oh, and I also found black fibers among some of the clothes. I know it's not supremely helpful, but might give you something to look for as far as the kind of clothing the killer wore, or if you happen to see some sort of CCTV footage, it would be help you narrow it down a little bit.
You would get a reply thanking you, and they are. It's definitely they know there is a serial killer out there, uh, because the other morgues have replied that they have the heart and at least one other organ is missing from every body.
Yeah, well, I got jigsaw puzzles, so it would be a lot. It would be a lot more suspicious if I said that exact phrase.
Yeah, their bodies are still there.
Intact or semi-intact. Mine were confetti. Okay. Also, Xavier reminded me, and I do have a note. I just don't remember what it was because I was too lazy to write it out. Apparently, I was given a mission to investigate mysterious happenings over the weekend. I don't remember anything else about.
Yes, a couple people had gone missing, and there was reports of like hearing a low electrical hum,
Oh, so that was
and
a part of what we just took care of was a part of that then. For
it
some
would
reason we
make
thought it
sense
was
that
the
there was
clothing
a
thing.
low hum over there, and your Xavier was missing several was investigating several people that had gone missing.
Oh, there might be overlap, but there wasn't confirmed. Got it. Okay, well I guess
It's a strong enough coincidence that you think the two were overlapping.
then I guess I'm waiting on Henry to tell me whether that's enough to close the book or if I need to dig deeper, and then I guess I don't have anything else to do at the morgue right now. I guess until I was given some sort of message or told, given something to proceed, I'd probably spend the time mentoring my new apprentice in the ways of death or matter or forces if he's so inclined to learn forces.
He would be intrigued in forces. He does not have that. Xavier, seems how we have spent a little bit of time on Oz. Was there anything in a week and 4 days that you were wanted to get done?
Uh, I don't think so. I don't really have any projects in mind.
Xavier, did you meet any other? Did you meet any other demons or have any other contacts?
I believe I met one at a supernatural nightclub that we went to.
I do remember. would say where you're going to be mentoring and you didn't have anything, you were waiting until Henry, and Henry works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Uh, Friday, while you are mentoring Oz, nothing happens. You guys are having a good day. But Xavier, yes,
I was gonna say that counts as one scene of me mentoring, I assume.
yeah.
Okay, that gives me an arcane beat, just so you know.
Okay. Xavier, that demon that you had met in the club would show up at your book club, your book store on Friday.
Ah, welcome. How can I help you?
Looks around, it's kind of busy. He goes, "Is there a place that we can talk?"
Uh, Certainly. Come this way, and I'll lead him to the back room.
He will follow. When he goes in, he goes, I was going around the other day, and I noticed the park. There was some sort of bloodbath that happened in the middle of the park. Uh, I don't know why it didn't make the news or anything. Um, I mean, I know the werewolves, do what they got to do, but a friend of mine at the club told me there was hunters in town, and just figured I'd pass that on, just just in case.
Uh, well, thank you. I'll keep an eye out for them.
Is that, anything interesting happen?
Uh, we did. My companions and I encountered a looked like a new infrastructure that was going in.
It's been dealt with.
I believe so.
That's the last thing we need. Good job.
Thank you. Uh,
The bloodbath had to do with some guns, so be careful.
Gun. Wait, are you talking about a recent bloodbath?
Yeah, yeah. 2 days ago in the park.
Oh, I see. I thought you were referring to the incident a few weeks ago.
There was an incident a few weeks ago. What did I miss?
Yes, two different werewolf clans came into conflict. A couple of mortals got caught up in it.
Well, hopefully they just think it's the werewolves and they move on.
Wonder if that's what drew them there.
People say stupid things and other people believe everything they read. I mean, none of it's true anyways. He says it with a big grin.
Right.
Uh, Good luck keeping your head low. I'm gonna grab a couple books on the way out.
Of course. Uh, well, I'll show you where the actual books are. Most of this is nonsense.
Oh, I don't want no real shit at my place.
Well, then help yourself.
I appreciate it though. I will keep an open mind out that if I need something for research, where to go. If you're not here, is there a keyword to fucking get in the right room?
Uh, no, but if you contact me, I think I gave you my card. I can let you in if I can, even if it's after hours.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, he flips the card between his fingers and puts it back in his pocket. As he goes to leave, he's like, I half expected this to be empty.
Uh, no, we do a fair business here.
Good, keep up the work.
After he leaves, I'm going to look into this bloodbath he talked about.
Okay, how would you like to do that?
Uh, he mentioned it wasn't on news, but I'm gonna check for. Oh, I know. I'll check those weirdos who go for crime scene photos and things, exchange like pictures of dead bodies online. I'm
Oh,
gonna look for those forums.
you're gonna go over to Oz's place? Okay.
Would that be computer or investigation?
Your choice. With intelligence added on. And if you are using a computer, do you have an expensive computer that has a dot to it, or
Uh,
a phone that has a dot to it?
no, I have hacking as a specialty, but
Oh,
I don't think apply.
yeah, not unless you were trying to break open somebody's thing. So when you're on there, you're having to fiddle through. Um, there seems to be a uh, lot of these people are concentrating on the dump site right now. Uh, you see
Yeah, serial killer. They're gonna.
a lot of people trying to get into the dump site, and you see pictures taken of them getting hauled away, arrested. As somebody else who was staying back. You know, everyone's everyone, different people are taking different times to try and get in there, and everyone's poking jabs at them. Um, there is like a small blip about um, like some gunshots, but nothing around a park.
I'm going to set up like a dummy account and just to hide my traces so it can't be led back to me, And I want to post something inquiring about bloodbath in the park 2 days ago.
All
I want to
right.
see what happened.
If you want to use hacking on this one to try and cover your tracks. So 3 successes. You go to like a couple different like tea shops and use their Wi-Fi, and create a dummy account. Bam. And you're just thrown in bait of saying like you saw the bloodbath or you heard about the bloodbath.
Uh, Heard about. I want to see both if, but obviously if they respond, then great. But also if post gets taken down, if it gets there's something trying to suppress it.
I would say the first day, uh, there's you get some of the other local people that you have seen um, on the other, talking about the serial killer and stuff, start posting up follow-ups on yours, trying to get more information, trying to find out. They're trying to see if you got any pictures or if you know, have any other information and stuff like that. Just normal, you know, rigmarole back and forth amongst them. But later Friday night, you would get with your hacking and trying to hide your stuff. Um, I would say because they didn't get as many successes as you would get like a little bit of a notification that someone was trying to, uh, or someone had got your pin. But it was for one of the coffee shops that you visited.
Hmm. Okay, I would like to attempt to. I'm not sure how I would fill this off. I'd like to attempt to taunt the person. Because I have the vice show off, and if I indulge in the vice, I get a willpower back.
Okay.
So I'd like to. I'd like to try and backtrack through. I'll use the same address to try to leave like a hint that I know that they're doing something, and you thought you caught me, but I'm away now. That sort of.
So you go back to like the coffee shop and boom. So does a computer manipulation work?
Would hacking apply to this?
Were you were just trying to, were you trying to trace them back, or were you just trying to like repost on
Leave a
there?
note, kind of like leaving a note for them to find digital.
So like on their device, or like in your in the same place where you set up the dummy account?
Uh, I guess onto the device if I could.
Because that would be hacking. Lots of rerolls. 3 successes. So he had a couple of added things. He had gotten 2 successes on his trying to block you, but your 3 successes does beat his. So you leave your little taunt.
Is that enough to indulge my vice and gain a willpower back?
I would say, yeah.
I would probably send Oz a message about this supposed bloodbath. See if he got any bodies from that. Uh, also, let him know that guns were involved, so it's probably not connected to serial killer.
Sure, I can inquire with my contacts at the various police departments to see what if I can get more information. Just from the police side of things.
There hasn't been any reports in parks in like months.
I'd relay that to
And
Xavier.
and so if this was an actual incident, and then the actual incident that you guys witnessed never made it to the police department.
Wow, that's a small favor in its own right.
Xavier, did you leave it so that that thing was tacked onto your dummy account? Your taunt?
Yeah.
Uh, you get a response. Fucking, it's on like fucking Donkey Kong.
Uh, More reaction than I was expecting, but all right.
Uh, if there wasn't anything else going on, we would go to the next day. Um, Xavier, do you go back to the coffee place to go taunt him again?
Uh, mm, can I attempt to to continue back and forth with him, the taunting thing, but also sort of piggyback on that to try and track his location?
Okay. when you get to the coffee place, can you roll me a perception?
Nine again.
Uh, uh, were you able to see your roll, or do you still have an issue?
I know it's hidden.
I would reveal it. So 0 successes. But with your, because you have perfect recall,
Yes.
as you go and sit down, you notice that like six there's like 4 computers on the side that they have, for like people, who want to use it. And you notice half of them have been moved. Like they're not in the same spot they were the other day. And if you wanted to do a roll off to try and piggyback and find him, uh, it'll be the this is a hard thing. Let's say this. I'll say the first one to hit 5 successes wins, and every roll you guys do will be an hour of hacking.
Okay. Computer intelligence.
Yeah.
Successes.
You got 1.
4 successes.
I wonder why it's not keeping my extended. I got 2.
Did you check mark the extended
Yeah.
box?
It's probably because I'm not. I just pulled up the roller. So
8 successes.
so you get a ping from like a south side. Uh, there's a where this ping comes from. There's like a couple warehouses, a motel, and an apartment building.
All right. I will get out of here and I will leave, and just to be safe, I will attempt to lose any tails that I might have.
Okay.
Stealth dexterity.
Yeah, if you're just trying to be stealthy and move away, yes. As you go darting down several different alleys, trying to make sure that you're not being followed. You would have eventually make it to this area that you had pinged.
I said warehouses, an apartment building, and what else?
A motel.
Motel. Not sure what I can do at this point.
Did you want to get Oz in on this? To try a different avenue?
Yeah, I guess I'll try contacting Oz, see if he has any ideas.
I will. I will put my new apprentice in charge. Tell them if anybody's come in, put them in their proper place, and be careful. And then I'm going
Gotcha.
to, based on whatever park, I'm assuming he told me the name of the park.
Oh yeah. I
I'll go to that.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I was just gonna go to that park and see if I can't hunt down some ghosts.
He also tell you that he's at a place where he pinged someone that he's pissing off.
I'll stop by the
Right.
park first to see if I can't get some information out of the ghosts and spirits of the area, and if they don't have anything useful, then I don't meet up with them.
You were saying, Gray?
I was gonna say I don't know if this guy is directly involved with the bloodbath or just his job to cover up supernatural or whatever.
All right, Oz. When you get down to the park, you walk around. You don't see a bloodbath.
I gotta tap into the death cycle. So we will mage sight with death as my active. Alright, so with it active, sight allows mage to detect the presence of anchored conditions or manifested ghosts and their related phenomena. Also, while using this particular mage sight, with just a glance, I can tell if someone has a soul or if a body is in fact dead.
So as you're walking around, you get uh, you get back to where the Pure were doing their ritual in those rocks, and everything there, it's not blood, but with your death sight on, there's just blood everywhere. Uh, and you do see a wolf ghost, which is in uh, its front paw is stuck in a trap, a ghost trap, or a ghostly trap, I should say.
Gotcha. Casually stroll over to it and then activate.
You see, it makes like a small circle, but it looks like the trap. You don't see a tether, but it looks like the ghost is tethered to like someplace there.
Right. I will improvise the spell 1 reach to push it to advanced duration, which gives me 3 turns for free. 1 more reach to push the casting time to 1 turn. That's pretty much it. This is one of the spells I've used all the time, so I am speaking with dead. Hey, buddy, you doing okay over there?
Do you get anything on an exception?
That's only on Praxis, I think. I don't remember. Hang on. Basically just gain a beneficial condition.
I will say, because it's a wolf and you can't speak to it, the beneficial condition will get resolved as it partly transforms into a Dalu. And it can talk. Uh, and say,
Oh, sorry, I just found it. Which that actually works too, but just for future reference, you can either bump up the spell's factor, add a reach to the spell's factor, take a condition which will give arcane beats when resolved. All mana spent on the spell is refunded, and then you receive 1 mana, or a spell ignores any withstand levels and takes full potent. Or DM's discretion is also the last.
so I think this one fits
Which
where
it
so
does.
you
Yeah.
can talk to it because exceptional. You force the death's wolf to form. Uh, this me and my pack were uh, hunting park at night for animals, and I stepped in this stupid trap and it killed me. And you can notice now this trap seems to have a silver glint on it. So it's not a normal trap. And for a trap to kill werewolf is nasty.
Did you happen to see the apparent bloodbath that happened a couple days ago?
That's 2 days ago is when I died.
Interesting. So it was hunting a wolf pack.
So you would guesstimate that it was something that knew it was hunting werewolves because it used silver. Uh, and this trap was deadly enough to kill a wolf in one chomp.
Right. Is there anything I can do for this poor wolf? He's not materialized, right?
Correct. You had to. You did not see him. You could not see him without death sight.
I will be a nice guy and cast a spell. I don't know how much this is gonna actually help him, but he was nice enough to answer my question, so. Primary factor is duration. I can use tool and can probably concentrate on this for a little bit. Duration. Yeah. I'll go ahead and spend a reach to make the spell last. Well, hang on. No, never mind. That won't work. I forgot that if it's a duration, that means the changes are temporary. Okay, is there something better I can do for this poor guy? Nope. Never mind. So what my idea originally was is I could have used the spell Shape Ephemera, which lets you reshape a spirit without affecting its corpus. But it's only temporary. So if I had reshaped him into a wolf outside of the trap, he'd go back to being in the trap once the spell wear off. And I'm not nice enough to maintain a spell for a extended amount of time when I only can maintain 3 spells at once. All right. Well, good luck with your personal endeavors. Coolio.
As you Coolio and turn around, howls and turns back into a wolf and continues trying to get away from the trap.
There's something else I could have done, but again, it's only temporary, so it doesn't help his problem. I could have physically taken the trap out of the Twilight. But the moment the spell ends, it goes back to where I pulled it from, basically.
That's fair. So now you head over
All right.
to.
Yeah, I'd go head over to wherever Xavier said he was.
Xavier, as you are around these warehouses and motel and apartment buildings, is there anything you would like to do while you wait for Oz?
For now, I'll just watch.
Um, so if it's just normal, just watching, roll a perception, so the composure, wits composure. You are, you know, one track mind. You're like, I'm pissing this guy off, kick his ass, and you cannot see anything out of the ordinary today. Xavier, you are now together.
Yeah, so that incident in the park you reported, according to the spirits around there, that was an active hunt for werewolves, and the people definitely knew what they were doing. They were using silver traps, silver bullets. It was not pretty.
Well, the contact who told me about it said that there might be hunters involved.
He was definitely right about that.
Uh,
I'm gonna pull out one of those special letterheads and start writing a message to Henry.
I'm gonna. I should have thought of this earlier. I'm gonna send a text to the werewolf leader that I made friends with. See if I heard about the incident in the park. Is that you guys or the um, what are they called?
Pure?
The Pure. Yeah.
Which do you want it to be? Do you want it to be? Because you're gonna have to roll a d100 after you say which one you wanted it to be.
Well, I for being the Pure, I
Okay.
don't want its friends back.
So 1d100, and you pick one, high, low, odd, or even. So it'll be a 50-50 if it's what you call the pure or what's involved.
Um, see, I'll say even.
It is the pure, sir. So you would get a reply back and say, so you asked him if the bloodbath, if he was involved in the bloodbath.
Yes.
He would reply, no. It's been actually pretty calm for the last week.
Okay. Well, it looks like there were hunters active in the park. They took out, at least one member of your one werewolf. Sort. Al also mentioned the silver traps and silver bullets.
A lot of explanations of what the fuck, oh my god, what the fuck. Thanks for the heads up. Uh, take care. Act 3. Wow, that was a while ago. Anything you want to do with this new information?
Uh, I don't think there's anything I can act on that. Uh, I'm gonna try sneaking up to one of the warehouses, see what's going on inside. If they're active, abandoned.
I will attempt to actively use the spell that's always active on me right now and see if there's anything I can tune into.
Wits computers, right? To pick up on radio frequencies.
I believe that's correct. I'm just double
And
checking.
Dex stealth for the stealthy person. Uh, Currently, Oz, you don't pick up any unusual chatter on the listening.
Okie dokie.
You hear the random like police banner, someone reporting to a crime. Nothing in your area. Xavier, if you could roll a what's composure?
Perception check.
Yep. With everything that's gone on, it's probably about noon. As you sneak up to one of the warehouses, and you kind of like try and look in one of the windows. You clear it off a little. It looks like this one is a warehouse that's normally, uh, you know, stuff's being moved around normally Monday through Friday. Looks like it is not being used on the weekend. As you peer around, you almost didn't catch it, but like out of the corner of your eye, you know, pretty much in the middle of the warehouse, you see this. It looks like uh, a little smoldering fire. As you see, uh, there appears to be like would guesstimate probably like a 6x6 cage in the middle, um, and you can see like sun rays from the noon sun where it is up high in the sky, seems to be coming through a skylight, um, and it's kind of like almost centered on this cage as there are three smoking bodies that have been turned to ash.
Okay. You said that there were. It looks like an active warehouse, but there's also a cage that someone executed some vampires in.
The cage is
Basically, what I'm saying.
definitely does not fit the rest of the warehouse. Yes, and I'll give it like the the warehouse is older, so like a lot of like the beams and whatnot in there are worn or weathered, and this cage seems to be like not brand new, but like you know, it doesn't match the same age as the warehouse.
Okay. Uh, I will head back to Oz and say, uh, do vampires leave ghosts?
Well, that's kind of complicated. They they become something called Stygians. They're like ghosts but worse.
Well, it looks like three vampires were just executed in that warehouse over there. Left locked up in sunlight.
Unfortunately, Stygian isn't under uh, my sphere of arcanum. I'd have to be more adept at spirit work in order to communicate with them safely. You can talk to one, but they they might just consume you out of spite. But if there's vampires that have been executed here, we might have found the hunter's base.
It looked like the warehouse was in operation, but they might have just dressed it up that way to make it to keep squatters out and such.
Or this just made a really good temporary spot to do the executing.
True.
Ugh. I'm gonna go. I assume there's like a like a mailbox sort of like that's on the wall or something for the quote unquote factory. I'm gonna put my special letter in to see if Henry wants me to do anything about the hunters. I have a funny feeling it's gonna say observe and report.
And possibly gonna wait until Monday.
Oh, that's right. Fuck. He's not gonna be in. I need to raise my rank so I don't have to have a handler anymore.
How do hunters feel about mages anyway?
From what I understand, most of them don't know. They're what we call sleepwalkers, meaning they've never actually touched the supernatural world like you or I have. So they basically don't really care because they can't prove who is and who isn't a mage. But I have heard of strange offsects that kill mages even though they have no way to prove that what they're killing is a mage. Kind of like those Salem witch trials. Because they think if we have magic, we must have made a deal with the devil.
How'd you know what
Giving
I
a
was trying
reported
to
look.
get for a GIF? Witch hunts. Can you both roll a perception as you go up to the warehouse to put a letter in the slot?
Why did that roll privately?
Yeah, it's doing the same. It must do that automatically, so you don't know if you missed something, I guess.
I guess that's fair. Shoot, maybe I should put 3 points into that super observant feat so I can get 8 again.
I just noticed I revealed your perception that was 8 minutes ago. Sorry, I didn't realize that was hidden. But here's your you have 3 and 4. So as you go up there and you like, it's like a slot in like the door. As you open the slot, you guys both hear this faint, muffled like uh, hum, hum, like almost someone's kicking the inside of or kicking a storage container. That's coming from within
Uh,
the warehouse.
I check the door, see if it's locked.
Yes, it is locked.
Lockpicking is larceny.
Yes, sir. Dex larceny.
First, I'm going to roll download knowledge for my larceny.
Guns. I need lots and lots of guns. Two.
Alright, I get to add 2 points early.
Am I powerful enough to cast combo spells yet? I can.
3 successes, sir. Uh, you're getting better and better at this as the campaign goes on. As you pick the lock successfully.
Then,
I think,
All right.
I think
When
I'll
you
cast a spell over the two of us. Just give me a second.
okay.
I should have to go look up combined spell casting. Because I am finally high enough level to cast more than one spell at a time. But I don't remember the rules to combine spell casting.
Yeah, I think it's something like you got to split the potency up between the two.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Combine spells. Rotes cannot be combined, but Praxis can if the caster has all the spells being combined as Praxis. So, to cast a spell, the mage's base dice pool is the Gnosis plus the lowest arcanum of the spells being cast.
Yep.
And then it suffers a -2 per spell over the first. So I'm only casting 2 spells, so I get a -2 for that. And then the spells I'm casting are Forces 2 and Forces 3, so...
And then it requires a mana because it's not your primary.
Correct, because this is Forces. So Forces plus Gnosis... Well, you know what, I'll just do the improvised spellcaster.
because it kicks ass. It is a great Foundry module for World of
Yes, it is.
Darkness.
Let's see. So, oh, they're both forces too. Okay. And primary factor between the two was duration. Tool and high speech. I'll use my one reach to push the. Yeah, I'll push it to duration. And then subject is. Oh, I also have to spend one reach, which means I'm going to spend an additional mana to cool out the. Okay, so I have 2 paradox. I'm going to spend 2 mana, so 3 mana total to level up. So go ahead and roll the chance for paradox, because it's even if you level it out, it's always a chance.
Zero. Continue.
All right. So whatever the primary spell factor is split between the 2 spells. So what I am casting will last for an hour because I'm having to split it between the 2.
Okay.
Is I am improvised casting invisibility and control sound.
Nice.
So we are actually stealthy this time.
Xavier. Oz disappears.
Yet it's also cast with Xavier. It was 2 subjects.
Oz. Xavier disappears. As you step in, Oz, there's this with your one signal thing from earlier. There is a signal coming from in here you didn't catch earlier. So if you want to roll that again.
Yep. With the computers. Roll them bones.
There is
Your shit.
a signal coming in from here, but it is firewalled and you can't get through to it. Okay?
Yeah, makes sense.
So as you guys move through, could you roll another wits composure, both of you guys? As you're making your way towards where you heard that sound, you come to the charred corpses first. Xavier, on like one of the structures that are in the warehouse to hold like crates that go up and whatnot, um, there is a camera. Uh, doesn't seem to be connected by any wires. Looks like it's bolted on there and it's aimed directly at the cage.
Does
And
it?
you have seen other security cameras in here, but they are wired.
As I was gonna ask, uh, can I try to get into the Wi-Fi, its connection?
You can certainly try. But Oz, how long is your invisible last?
1 hour.
Uh,
I'll be able to see my own computer screen, right?
Invisible only makes you invisible. You would have had to be holding your computer screen when I cast a spell for it to make it invisible.
but he can't see other things that are invisible, so he can't see the computer screen.
So he was carrying the computer, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it was in his backpack. Like
Yeah,
he had
most
it
likely.
on him. I assumed, right?
Yeah.
And also, if it is any sort of firewalled, you would know it would be probably like an hour a roll to try and break through. So the invisibility would probably wear off.
Okay, well, I can probably get it after we've left the.
But you now know it is here.
Yeah.
And around the corner, you can see there's like a line of 4 storage containers. And they're all sealed. And with your 4 and 3 from before, you know it's these storage containers. As you move over there, there is banging coming from the middle 2 storage containers. And of note, all 4 of the locks on the storage containers are the same kind, and they are brand spanky new.
Are they fancy or are they like regular mechanical locks?
Regular mechanical locks, but they don't. They look like they don't belong.
That's okay. I only care whether they're mechanical or not. I believe I am going to be casting another spell.
So this would be your 3rd spell, which you're okay with 3 Gnosis, right?
Oh no, 4. It's my 4th spell because Tune In's always active. So I'm going to have to spend extra mana to cast this spell.
Oh,
Is
because
it mana?
See Dead is still on?
Reach. No, Tune In is 1, Invisibility is 2, Control Sound is 3. It still treats, even when you combine cast, it still treats it as each separate instance of the spell. You're just saving time by a cast. So I could, in theory, cast, say, Control Fire and Kinetic Blow to punch someone with a fiery fist at the same time, but I'm still having to concentrate my active spells on Control Fire and Kinetic Blows.
Roger.
So it just makes it so where I don't have to take a penalty if I want to cast multiple spells in a turn, essentially.
Gotcha.
It's extra reach per spell already over, so it's actually my spell I'm casting now is going to cost me my free reach.
Roger.
But matter 1 potency. You said how many locks?
There is 1 lock on each container. The 2 middle containers are the ones that are banging. So there's
Then
4 total locks.
I'll spend an extra on scale and an extra on casting time. spend more. Go ahead and roll. Is remote control is matter. Matter is one of my houses. Okay, so yes, I will spend the 2 mana to make it a chance paradox rather than.
We have a paradox, so I believe that minuses 1 from your dice pool.
No, you just get to alter what happens to the spell, which could be you subtract from the dice pool if you want. Paradox. Paradox in play means I lose. I have to decide whether I'm containing or not containing it. And then for every success. So you get so you get, since it was a chance die, you get one paradox reach. You can either undo or apply a single reach from the common reach effects on page 1112, except casting time, or you can impose a paradox condition on the caster.
I have to tell you now?
No, you don't have to tell me now.
You may continue, sir.
Basically, you need to see the result of what I roll before.
Gotcha.
Oh, it rolled. You can ignore that. That's built into the roller.
So the 2 subjects or small rooms, does that mean you were getting 2 locks?
Yes.
And I could reduce that by 1, so it would be 1
You can
lock?
reduce that. Yeah, you can reduce that by 1, increase it by 1. The only thing you can't affect is casting time.
I will reduce. Pick left or right lock.
Left.
The left lock clicks open. Do you open the container?
I will go up to the container.
Yep.
And I'll do bang, 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 bang. Save.
Did you just do shave and a haircut?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Both answer that. Both ones.
Okay, well, they seem to be intelligent.
The banging inside starts to get a little bit more. Bang, 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 bang.
I'll. Well, we're both invisible, so and let's just open the door and see who it is.
So, you open the door. when you do, there is a camera up on top, similar to the other one that is aimed in, looking, zoomed in, looking at or it's in the direction of the back part of this uh, uh, shipping container, right? Um, you see a person wrapped up in silver chains, and the chains seem to be bolted uh, near the back so that they can't move too far. Do you remember that pure band, the singer, Natalie?
I think so, yeah.
This is
I mean,
her.
my character definitely does, yeah.
What do you do? You shut the door.
I'm debating it.
I figured with that evil laugh.
No, I'm debating on going and getting a crate of vegetables and putting a bunch of rotten veggie burgers in front of her. Just use telekinesis to float the crate of rotten veggie burgers in front of her. I think I'll leave this up to you because, like I said, mages and hunters don't technically have beef, except for a very small sect of them. So, and I have no real positive feelings about this woman.
You close the door and see what's in the next one.
I'll leave the door open and see the next one.
All right. Do you pick
But she
the
said
lock
she
for the
can't
next
go
one?
anywhere with
Correct.
chain.
Correct.
Yeah,
But
I'll
she
download
does
knowledge
make
again.
noise, and she's now her chain is as far forward as she can go because the door is open, but she can't go anywhere.
Download knowledge again.
Lots of zeros. It's still rolling dice. 4 successes, sir. It did not help.
It doesn't.
I would say you can retry, but it will need 2 successes.
Download knowledge only one. Do I have something better? I'm actually shooting the block.
I can cast a spell again. Doesn't cost, well, it does cost me mana, but if it's one subject, it's a little easier. I'm not gonna push for multiple subjects this time.
If you want to try it again, sure.
If I could have got it enough to open every lock in here, I would have. But 4 wouldn't have made it funny. Every lock in here would have made it funny.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, you know what? I'm gonna make it funny. I'm not gonna cast remote control this time. cast something much more fun. So the only thing I need to reach is casting time. And special effect. So no paradox this time.
Okay.
And I am going to cast my Rote Decay. Pushing for its special reach effect. On success, I decrease the object's structure for each point of potency, which is 3 points of potency on this lock.
All right. I will say the rock falls to pieces as it separates in its individual pieces as, certain things fall apart on it.
Yes, I'm much better at death than I am at forces.
Do you open this one?
I'll open it if you don't want to.
Same setup, a camera facing back, an individual wrapped in silver chains, with it, staked to the things that they can't come too far forward. Xavier, do you remember the one that had her hand? She wrapped her arms around yours and took you to several different places.
Yeah.
Katie, that is her.
These are the only two making noises,
Correct.
but there are four with new lock.
Correct.
The fact that they locked those vampires in a cage and left a camera on it and waited for the sun to cook them, I'm kind of have the feeling that they're doing this more than these hunters are more than just stop the evil monsters. I think they might be some like snuff films or something.
Dark web type shit.
I'm in favor of releasing them.
All right.
Is there a lock on these chains or?
Um, more of latches. They weren't worried about them breaking out, but they are easy enough for someone who is not locked up in them to unshackle them.
Do that.
As you free uh, these two ex-hostages, I have to put X next to their names, it is after time, so as their invisible heroes save them, we'll have to cut it off there. I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Epitaph Creation streams Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday, Wednesday's D&D. The end of the month is Wednesday is World of Darkness. It took a little bit to get back in the swing, and I had to look at the last video